Mentality, Chapter 1. Jamie.
After realizing that I had been fired from a job in the supermarket, I didn't know what or even how to feel in the moment. My boss was kind about the way he let me go, but of course, I still felt betrayed and useless. It hurt to be fired over something that you cannot control. I also just went through a breakup with my ex-girlfriend of 7 months. She wasn't a bad person, certainly, not a good person either. She was another typical, and I, of course, am being an Aspie. It just didn't coincide. We tried to remain friends, but it was too hard for me. At least she was as manipulative as my first ex-girlfriend of nearly 2 years. Now, she was literally Satan in a woman's body. Dealing with Asperger's syndrome, anxiety, depression, sleep deprivation, and poor coordination makes me realize that holding down the simplest of the jobs can be difficult. I just want to make sure everything is perfect. I know I could be on my own worst critic with everything I do. God only knows how hard I try to be an efficient worker, but I guess, however, other people can't see that. Of course, my parents see how hard I work. My parents have been supportive of me always, and I love them for it. They understand me, but sometimes I think I am a burden. It's all the perks of having critical anxiety. Ain't it fun? Nope, not fun at all. I'm ultimately scared to tell them no, that I'll let go today. They're understanding and sympathetic people, but so I'm sure they understand. Usually, I'd be driven home by my dad, but I need to walk off my dismal feelings of perpetual failure. Once I'm home, my parents kindly greet me, calling me from the kitchen. Fear instantly sets in, though there isn't anything to fear. I can tell them anything, and they never judge me for anything I told them. Fear is a lie. The crippling, gnawing feelings penetrate every fiber of my being. Hey, buddy, how's the first day at work? My fire questions. Keeping this from them would make it 10 times worse. Ugh. Being honest about everything is such taxing work. Not so good, Dad, I replied in a monotone voice. What happened to my overtime's in? Do I really have to tell them? I know I should, though. But do I have to? I'm dragging my feet and biting my tongue, but it's better to be honest with them than beat around the bush. I was let go today. I've only worked there for 2 damn months, and my boss fired me. I'm irked and fired up now. It does feel good to tell them the honest truth, though. Some of the truth hurts, but at least they now know what I went through today. I know it's not your fault. You just weren't cut out to work at the supermarket. Doesn't mean you're a failure, though. There's some better job out there for you. My mother explained, trying to cheer me up, encourage me, which isn't really helping at this moment. It seemed like I was cut out. It seemed that I wasn't cut out for just any damn job. I laughed, rolling my eyes at her. I know my mom truly means well. I just feel that I need to be left alone for the time being and pace the floor. Maybe I'll make her work in the carpeting. It fucking sucks. When disability can get in the way, again in the damn way. I am happy that I was diagnosed at 17 years old, though. My mom knew I was an athlete since I was a 4-year-old. Being an athlete, no. Being an athlete is such a blessing and a curse at the same time. The only thing that can keep me happy is my desire to write. Never, repeating my desire to write never burns out. Maybe one day I can get my work published. Of course, that would take hours and hours of continuous writing, editing, and hair tearing. But all of this is manageable. Recently, I broke up with my second ex-girlfriend. The first ex was vile. At least this ex wasn't a crazy piece of shit. She was neurotypical. She was a typical neurotypical who didn't understand a typical mind. A typical mind. But she did say one thing to burn my bridges. If anxiety and other disabilities get in the way, I broke up with her not even a week later. There was an an inclination that it wasn't going to pan out anyway. We dated for 7 months, whilst my ex dated for 18 months. If you can picture thinking another girl, that's my ex. The pace, my mom knocks loudly at my door. Startles me for a moment, but I know it's her. She can come in at any moment unless she knocks first. Anyway, are you feeling alright? Your questions? Not really, to be honest. I'm sure you'll find another job. You never quit before. I feel like quitting life altogether. I laughed, trying to hold my composure. Just keep trying, and you'll get a good enough job, she continues. And what would that be? Maybe 2,500? Oh, sooner than that. Just try to write and keep in mind off of today's misfortune. Will do. I love you, Jamie. I love you too, Mom. I reply. Dinner will be ready in a half hour, by the way, she says and shuts my door. Some people can binge eat when they're depressed, and some people can completely starve themselves. I can do both when depressed. Since I work in the supermarket, eating seems foreign to me. But I know I have to eat something. My mind wants to starve, but my stomach wants to eat everything in sight. It's a waging war in my body between eating and starving. A half-hour later, dinner serves my mom with eggs and parmesan, one of my favorite foods she makes. Her meatballs and meatloaf are some of the most delicious meals she's made. She's also an exceptional baker. I enjoy baking myself. One of my dreams is to become a baker in an actual bakery. I doubt that'll ever happen now. It's good to hold on to your dreams. A published author is one of my dreams. I try to aspire to be all that I can be. After dinner, I eat dinner. I wash up and shower. I feel grimy today. I taste failure. I'm not entirely sure that if I sensed it all though. Are you going to be alright, Jamie? My mother calls and stepping into my room. Yeah, I feel a little bit better since eating and some energy to write some poetry. I reply, having a smile upon my face. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better today, honey. Thank you, Mom. I won't stay up too late. After my mom leaves the room, I log into my Gmail account and go into my Google Drive and find my docs. Begin writing my story entitled Rise of Superbugs. Insects or arachnids in any other sort of bug always interested me. When I was really little, digging in the dirt to find worms was my forte. My mom thought I was nuts, but I was nuts though. I only have 9 chapters in the book, under 20,000 words. Maybe one day it'll become a full-length novel. But for the time being, it's a short story. My ex, referring to my first ex, hated my story. She constantly put it down. At least my second ex, she actually liked my writing. Now that I've been on a few autistic support groups on Facebook, I have all the support I need with my writing. I have plenty of kind-hearted friends who appreciate reading my work. One friend in particular really enjoys writing himself. His story is almost similar to mine. His name is Nicholas Anuzi, but he likes to be called Nick. Nick and I talk basically nonstop on Messenger. He's an aspiring Christian like me, enjoys writing, and fortunately was beat by his ex-girlfriend, and works at the local bakery. This local bakery I've passed by several times when I rode in the car. Nick told me they hired autistic adults. How did I not notice, I think to myself, as that bright grin from his mimic implied for a job there. Then it hits me. I need to apply for a job there. I catch Nick just in time before he logs off. I just pray there's an opening when I ask him if his boss is looking for another employee. There could be a good chance that there might not be an opening, but I have to ask him. Hey Nick, what's up, Jamie? I ask you a question. Sure, what is it? You know how you work at the bakery, Sweet Angels Bakery? Yeah, I really enjoy managing the register. What I wanted to ask you is there any openings for new employees? Actually, yes. My boss Josie just put up a help wanted sign on the window. No one has applied as of yet. Do you have any prior baking experience? I should definitely call the bakery tomorrow then. You totally should. Only a few of the employees are on the spectrum. Very autistic friendly. About 6 of the employees are on the spectrum. I'm sure they can use another spectrum employee. I'll call Josie tomorrow and she'll give you an interview. She's very understanding and kind. When one of us has a meltdown, she usually allows us to hang in her office. It's dimly lit and very calming. That's really amazing. Well, I should probably let you go, Nick. Have a great night, buddy. You too, Jamie. Sleep well. I pray you end up getting the job. There's some really amazing people who work there. After Nick logs up for the night, I decided to do a little more writing before going to bed. My short story needs to do some editing anyway, and I don't want to go to bed too late tonight. Left unchecked, a whole night can be wasted away. My father is a professional doing all-nighters. He spends nights playing Minecraft to combat his chronic pain. I honestly don't know how he handles the pain at times. His humor also combats this pain too. By the time I finish chapter mission story, it's nearly 2 a.m. 1:53 to be exact. It's hardly time to sleep and I'm only tuckered out. I at least want to be up by noon tomorrow. As I say goodnight to my parents, I brush my teeth and plop onto my bed. Sometimes My bed is my best friend, never touching me when I snore and or drool. My bed is amazing. I hope one day I get to share my bed with someone who truly loves me, and we have a damn doormat. The next day, I wake at 11:15. I wanted to sleep for another 45 minutes, but I know my body, and if I sleep and try to rest more, I'll get up 2 hours later. It's no use to sleep anymore. Might as well get up and eat breakfast. Straight after breakfast, I need to call the bakery. Nick told me the bakery opens at 9:15, so I'm certain someone will answer. My breakfast consists of cereal, coffee, and goldfish crackers. I can eat goldfish at any time. I basically live off of them. Before calling, a wave of anxiety and nervousness overwhelms me, but I know I have to make this call. Josie will truly understand once the call is made. I loathe the feelings of my anxiety. It's not fair to deal with. Lucky for me, Nick gave me the number to the bakery. Thank goodness I don't have to dial by sheer memory. My short-term memory is terrible. My long-term memory is fine now. Once the number dialed, I stand there idly until someone picks up. The phone picks up in a second ring and the phone answers on the phone. Listen who the voice belongs to. Hello, this is Nick from Sweet Angels. How may I help you today? Hey Nick, it's Jamie. Is Josie there? I questioned kindly as I was that stuttering. Yeah, hold on, Nick replied, calling for Josie. I waited no more than a minute for Josie to pick up the phone. Hello, is this Jamie? Josie questions. This is him speaking. I'm friends with Nick and like to apply for a job there. I explained, trying to stutter and hold my composure. Nick told me about you. Are you in spectrum? I am. I have Asperger's syndrome. I was diagnosed at 17. My mother knew since I was little. I tell her, that's great, Jamie. Glad you got our diagnostics. Two of my 3 children have Asperger's. Thank you. So I called because I'm asking for a job. There sure was an opening. Nick told me they wanted to apply for a job there. Is that correct? Jolie questions kindly. Do you have any prior knowledge in baking? I have been baking for my mother for a few years. I'm not as good as her, but I've been learning. I've been learning now. So I'm certain I've been getting better at it, I happily explained. So why don't you come in for an interview tomorrow and I'll test you in doing some simple baking. Nothing extraordinarily tough for you to handle. Josie tells me as my grin becomes brighter and brighter. Thank you so much, Josie. What time do you want me to come tomorrow? And I asked excitedly and blurt out, haha, can you come at around 9:15? Yes, I'll try to come around that time. I say as being stem wildly. Great. Well, I have to head back to my office. I'll see you tomorrow, Jamie. Josie says I let a quick, happy squeak. See you tomorrow, Josie. I replied, then she hangs up the phone. I can't believe I've ended tomorrow. It highly excites me, and I just now have to help my parents. Being one of them has to give me a ride tomorrow. I'm still learning how to drive, and I totally suck at it. Plus, I have hardly no depth perception. When both my parents wake up, I tell them the great news. They're not even about 5 minutes, and I immediately break the news to them. Mom, Dad, I have amazing news to tell you. But it's still something wildly. What is it? My 4 questions. I have a job interview tomorrow at the bakery. The bakery hires autistic adults. Say anything, honey. When is the interview? My mom excitedly asked. Tomorrow morning at 9:15. I have to get up at least 7 to get ready. Don't worry, we'll get you by then. My father head. Okay, great. You know where the bakery is, right? We pass by it all the time. I questioned, hoping they actually know where it is. We know where it is. It's called Sweet Angel's Bakery. Yep. I can't wait to nail this interview. I blurted out, beginning to stem once again. I'm highly excited that tomorrow may possibly be the day I can get a job and also see if I have to place a business. Being a typical neurotypical world is truly tough, but I'm ready to take this challenge on. Because tomorrow will be the day that I finally get a true job that I can handle.